Hi, America. Welcome to Angel and the Wiz.
Welcome to Angel and the Wiz. We need not delineate who is who because it's obvious beyond belief.
I'm the Wiz.
Yes.
Just saying, watch. Stab, poof.
So you wouldn't think. But even this week, I put together a list of material.
Okay.
But
But?
there was a chance that you were going to appear tonight in a prom dress.
Yeah.
Because you were going to oversee the young people and what they do in a prom.
Yes.
Okay.
I have overseen that before. I was
Okay.
going to do that this year.
So why did you decide at the last minute, or why did you decide?
Yeah, well, I was feeling sick earlier this week.
Okay.
Tuesday, Wednesday, just horrible chest congestion and stuff. And
Okay.
I sound okay now, but I also have been taking various over-the-counter substances all week to make me feel better. Prom's a late night. I wouldn't be home until after midnight. I have to work job number 3 Sunday morning
You scare me to
at
death.
7:45 a.m. I thought it might be in my best interest
Not
since
to.
I don't get paid for prom, but I get paid for job number 3 that I stay home and relax.
You chose to
I chose-
prepare for the next job that you get paid for.
Oh, yeah, I just chose to, take it easy and sleep.
Test.
It's on.
I just wanted to make sure. Well, because I know I've been lax a little bit just in. So, instead of going to the prom this evening and being with the young people, you've decided to take it easy this evening. Now, but.
Okay.
You've fallen into my trap.
Great.
Kids, let me just tell you something right now, right away. The Wiz had a really good day. He had a couple of cocktails, and you should totally ignore everything he says during today's show. Okay, now,
I, however, am sober.
sober is such a strong word. Sober?
Well, as in I don't
Sober?
have any alcoholic beverages.
That's right,
I mean,
she has no alcoholic
I
beverages.
have residual NyQuil from last night, but
See, over the counter. Did you notice how she
Over the
phrased
counter.
over the counter? Very good.
NyQuil. Do you
but
want to take
you
the
s-
child dose? I have to take the child dose because the adult dose will knock me out for 10 hours.
You're kidding.
No joke.
What's a child dose?
It's like
half the
It's
time?
half the adult dose. Take half the dose of NyQuil.
Hey, but yeah, now listen, we didn't get a chance to talk about this, but let's talk about it just a little bit
Okay.
because we did get. Oh, we forgot. We forgot the stopwatch.
Okay.
So we have actually no idea
That's okay.
where we are.
That's okay.
That's okay.
We
Well,
need
you
what?
are brave.
27 minutes.
Yeah, we need 27 minutes.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Okay, I'm counting on you. Good luck, Princess Angel. You may see part of this show next week. Okay, listen.
Don't let a screensaver go on.
I'm sorry. That you told me that, and I don't know, and I have it down here under parenting,
Okay.
but I don't know if it's really parenting. But remember we talked just a little bit about the fact that these young people that you teach, they come to you with questions.
Yes.
I mean, that really are parenting questions.
Absolutely.
But that you get.
We, in prime example this week or last, it happened recently. A girl in the class was talking about having her monthly time,
Yes, ma'am.
and the boy overheard this conversation, made a comment, inappropriate. I
Right.
scolded him for that.
Okay.
And her response, her response was, and I don't know, she said, well, every month I just bleed out a baby. And I thought,
Whoa.
well,
An egg, maybe.
yeah, but I realized that conversation never happened with
With her parents.
the parents.
Whoa.
Well, I need to, because now she has said this loud enough for the other 24 students in the class to hear.
What age group?
High school.
Okay.
These are 14, 15, 16-year-olds, 17.
Okay.
No, 15, 16, 17.
Okay, is this a freshman?
Freshmen, I teach mostly sophomores.
Okay, great.
But I had to stop the class. I pride myself in always having teachable moments, which means that I look for things that students need to learn,
Okay.
and it might not necessarily relate to the content I need to
Okay,
teach.
sure, I understand.
So this isn't geometry related, but it's they needed to know, because that's what the kids do. They hear one person say something incorrectly, and it becomes fact to them.
Oh, sure.
Because
Good for you.
nobody tells them anything
Other
different.
than that,
yeah.
right.
So
You have to jump in.
And they have had sex ed classes,
Right.
but who pays attention to a sex ed class when you're in 7th grade?
Okay.
You know, when your body is still doing things.
Turbulating,
Yeah, you don't
right.
even know what your body's doing, and now I have to teach you about sex. That's,
Right.
you know, they don't get it. So,
Right.
and we do a sex ed class later in the year, or in high school, sometime in high school. I don't know if it's freshman or sophomore year, but even then, you know, they're not really paying attention to everything. So I had to set the record straight, and I went through, I did all but draw the picture on the board about the
Right.
female reproductive system.
How it works.
Yeah, you know,
etc.
and then allow the students to ask me questions, and if I knew the answer, I told them. If I said, you know, I'm not really sure that that's even a,
Right.
you know, accurate question to
Right,
ask
right,
because
right,
it's not
right.
related. Well, I heard. Well,
Right.
you heard wrong. You know, things
Right.
like that. So
See, that's me. Now, let me just underscore. I wish I have my timer because I don't want to go too. I want to be good.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, I think that's something that a lot of I don't know if it's a lot of parents don't realize, but that a lot of the, let's say, call it the generic public, the general public, doesn't realize that as a teacher you are thrown into positions and you kind of have to, because you have to set the record straight. I think that's important. And I commend you. That shows the quality of the person and teacher that you are, because someone else might just let it drift by,
Right.
and
You need
not
to-
fix it.
yeah, you have to address it, and you also have to have the rapport with the students where they feel it's a safe environment for them to say comments like that and for you to address them. I don't think that if a comment was said like that in front of a male teacher, that male teacher would have gone in and corrected the mistake.
Okay. He
Because
wouldn't have felt at ease.
He probably, you know, because number one,
What does he know?
male, you know, men know, but
No.
they don't know everything. All they know is when we complain saying, oh my God, I have really bad cramps.
Right.
They don't know why.
Well, you know what men
So-
know? Men know when it's dangerous and when it's
Exactly.
not. That's the extent of
And
their
that
knowledge.
is very important to know. 'Cause many dumb men have said stupid things to me at
the wrong time.
and have paid the price.
Oh, that is too good.
And
But
you women know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Even
sure,
with
they
your
know.
husbands, you'll be sitting there, and then your husband says, "I'm like, what's for dinner?" And you're like, "What?"
right.
As the
Cook it
flames come out,
yourself, right?
flames come out of your ears.
But it's also more than that too, because I mean I get the impression that the kids, you know, I mean, like you said, you gave me that illustration. You're walking down the hall and the kids are over in the corner making out, and you said something about them about making babies.
I always tell the students no baby making,
Right.
and they're like, "Oh, but we're not making babies." And I just look at them. I say, "It all has to start somewhere."
Right, and
you
that's
know?
when it starts.
That's where it starts. Or last year, I had a student come up to me, real nice male student came up to me all, hunched over, and he's like, I have to ask you a question. He's real quiet, and I'm thinking, oh my God, it's going to be something profound, and he needs my stage advice, and he goes, I don't know what kind of flowers to get my date for prom.
But isn't that
you know,
sweet?
and you have to say, well, okay, because this would be something that you would expect them to have with
Their
parents,
right.
but they don't.
They don't.
So you have to go in and, well, what color is her dress? Oh, it's purple. Well, you probably want to get something purple. But does your tuxedo match her? Well, I got a black tuxedo, but purple. Okay, did you get the purple tie? You know, things like that
Right.
they don't know because nobody's told them.
Isn't that sad?
It is.
Remember we talked about this when we talked about merit pay. The biggest problem with merit pay is that the parents are not in the equation, and I still stand by that, because if the parents don't if the parents are not involved in the kids' learning, what chance do they have?
Right.
I mean, I just don't see how they can do it anyway. But anyway, so I think that's really cool, and I think it's nice that you do that. And I would suggest that, now, isn't it sad? I bet you that some teachers are scared
Yeah.
to reply, because litigation. Little Charlie runs home and says, Mommy, I heard in class
Well,
today.
you have to, like I said, you have to have the rapport with your students too.
Okay,
And you know that there are some teachers that don't.
right.
Because of their personality, the types of students they have in their classes, things like that. And
Right.
you can. Teaching is only part of my job at the school. I'm a coach as well. I work with the other teachers to help them
Right.
become better teachers. And you can walk into a classroom and you can tell right away, this is this teacher has a good rapport, this teacher
Okay.
does not.
Okay, cool.
So,
Wow. Oh, you know something? No.
move your mouse.
Move my mouse?
Yeah, so I can keep time.
That's something that
There you go.
so rarely someone says to me. Move
the
your mouse.
Move the mouse.
Move the mouse. Oh, you're watching for us?
I'm watching the timer.
Atta girl. Thank you, Princess. You're the
Okay.
best. She's really good. You really have no idea. Can I share with you? I'm going to share. I'm just going to
Okay.
share something with them.
Okay.
Do you know that this young lady had never done this type of a format? Nobody's done this type of a format before. And she's settled in. She comes in, she puts her mic on, she makes sure that my mic is on. She's just been really, really first class. And you have just settled in so well. Because, I mean, and it's good. And I just really, really appreciate
Thanks.
it. So I really appreciate it. Okay, now, I have to say something.
Okay.
Last week, I was in Florida. And I was down there, and I had a problem with my computer. What happened? It would not turn on. Very bad stuff, okay? And I'm sharing this with you because I know you're sitting there on 125th Street or something like that and watching me in Manhattan. But I want you to know I was away from home, and I was down in Florida, and I had a problem with my computer. And, I'm not the most stable individual that you've ever come in contact with. And when I was younger, I was even less stable than I am now. But this was a real victory. I did not come completely unglued. I went online and I Googled the area or something. Now, I have a problem with Google because it's wrapped up with the government. I don't think you should do anything that's wrapped up with the government because they can't be trusted. But I went into a search engine of another type and I found a place. And what are they called? They're called REK Computers. And I want to put this little picture up and I want to show you this. Because here I was in Florida on my own. I knew nobody in the world. And I called these guys and I told them I went to push my computer. It did not turn on.
Did they ask you if it was plugged in?
We had that conversation.
Okay.
We did all of those things. And I explained to them that as a good computer person, I did a lot of that stuff prior to my calling them.
It's funny, whenever I have to call technical support for anything, they are, well, is your computer plugged in?
But you understand
Yes.
why.
But then they ask me 4 or 5 times. I think it's because I sound like a dumb blonde or something.
But you're not a dumb blonde. You're
I'm
a
not.
teacher.
I'm a teacher.
You're-
But I
you're-
told them that. I'm like, I am a teacher.
You're an
I know how to use a
articulate,
computer.
bright young lady. And I stand...
But I do know other teachers where they'll call me saying I have a computer problem and I have to do the same thing.
You have to ask them if it's plugged in.
Is it plugged in? Like, does your battery have a full charge? If not, maybe you should charge it. Oh, okay.
Oh, let me give you... I'm going to share
So
with you...
REK Computers.
Yeah, yes, REK Computers. And I want to give them a plug. Now, and for you folks that are in Manhattan, this is in Orlando, Florida. So you don't have to worry. They came, they worked on my computer, I paid them in full. This is not an exchange for services or anything like that. But they came to where I was. They fixed the computer. They were nice, they were efficient, they did their job. It was a fair price. And I just told them the next time I go do my show, I want to tell people about them. Because, I mean, you're in New York. You're not going to go call these people.
But if you happen to travel to Florida to one of our famous theme parks,
yes, very
and
good. And
you bring your laptop and something doesn't work,
and it
these
breaks.
are people to call.
Yeah, you can call them. And, but it's funny. But, and it's just funny. I'm going to share with you, let me share with you one of the secret electronic things that service people know that they don't always share with you folks at home the next time you get in a jam, no matter with what electronic component it is. Unplug the component and turn it on.